Hey everyone, so for those just tuning into this channel that haven't been following me until recently, I just want to reintroduce myself. My name is Mike, and I moved to Colorado from St. Louis to build a mushroom farm. I've been building it from scratch out here in the Rocky Mountains. When I got here, I ordered a shipping container. This was my home for the next few months. I said I was going to live in this until I had the farm built. Started building the concrete forms and getting ready to pour the foundation and the footing for the farm. There was a lot of plumbing that had to go in at this point and different things like that, and I'll cover that in some later videos. And then you'll also see that I put in some radiant heat here in a little bit. We prepared the foundation and graded the ground, got everything as level as possible and ready to pour concrete. Here's a shot of that insulation with the radiant heat tubes. And then we poured the concrete over the top of that. And as you can see, I started putting the building up. And I did all this by myself, guys. You can tell I was getting kind of wild here. And you are totally, just remember, you are totally limited by your beliefs. Because at this point, right there, boom, I put that beam up by myself. All of this right here. And you can see right here in this clip, I just stepped it up the boards with more boards. I kept putting on pieces. Got a little bit further. And then my dad showed up to help, actually. And look at that. After a few hours, it was basically victory. Hey everyone, how's it going? Mike here. Just got done doing some work for the day. Figured I'd make a little video because I got time, and I had a really cool thing that we did today that I really want to cover. It's like vital information for a mushroom farm. So anyway, as you can tell, I've been building this farm from scratch. If you didn't know, if you're just kind of tuning in. And if you think that's cool, make sure you subscribe to this channel because I've been building this farm from the ground up, and I'm going to provide some very amazing farming content going forward just to make sure anyone tuning into this channel, if you're trying to find mushroom farming information, you're going to get an extremely good grasp on it. Like I said, you're going to go from if you know nothing, you can be one of the best in the game after tuning into these videos for a while. So anyway, today, me and the electricians, we've had the electricians in here these last few days, and we were working on the mushroom steam system electrical circuit today. And this is one thing that is critical for any farm. Your super pasteurization units or your steam systems, they pull a lot of energy and a lot of current. And sometimes they actually do cause fires in certain farms or just in some farms. So you have to make sure these circuits are wired up properly. That's why you always want to hire a professional if you don't know what you're doing. And I know a good amount of electrical. However, for something like this, I wanted to call in professionals like Christian, like I had in here today. Christian is doing a great job, and these guys can do it much faster and much more efficient than someone like me being a farmer. Think about it. I just want to let you guys know when you can hire someone out, sometimes it's definitely worthwhile. And sometimes with electrical, you need to do it just based on coding. Depending on how that's going, you might need a licensed electrician to do the job based on permitting or something. But when you're making a circuit like this, I'm going to kind of cover a few things about this. And we went all the way from the main circuit breaker box back to where the boiler is for the steam system with 8-gauge wires, very heavy wires. My building is 40-foot long, and just to make all that current travel through that wire, you need to make sure you're using a heavy enough gauge wire. That's something you need to go over with your electrician. They will specify what size you need. Now, me personally, I'm using a 4,500 watt hot water heater element, and I'm actually using 2 of them per boiler. So there's 2 circuits running back for that boiler, okay? Each hot water heater element we put on its own circuit, okay? So first of all, for systems like this, that steamer, it needs to be a dedicated circuit. And we actually made 2 circuits going back to my one boiler to run 2 separate elements, okay? The reason for that is if one of your elements pops mid-cook, okay, you still got another one going. All right. And then that will cook your mushroom substrate. Your mushroom substrate doesn't go cold then. It's kind of like a safety mechanism. And I'll show you guys the wires in a clip that we took here. And I just want to say too, you want to make sure you size the appropriately sized breaker to the system as well. And that's another thing you need to go over with your electrician. But just to kind of reiterate things here, I'm using two 240 volt hot water heater elements that are 4,500 watt elements, okay, in the boiler. But anyway, guys, here's a clip of the steamer circuit. Check it out. All right, everyone, look at this. So here's my circuit breaker box. I got some electricians in here running some wires for me. These are the heavy gauge wires that go back to the steam tank system, the super pasteurization system, to kind of sterilize the mushroom blocks. Christian up here, he's my electrician. He's the mastermind behind making sure we do a good job on all this. Now the main trick, we have a lot of current going through those wires, so we're using 8 gauge wire. It goes all the way through those tubes, in through there. And Christian's feeding it through those little, what do you call those, Christian?
These are LBs.
LBs.
Now the specific part about this job that's making it hard is that right when we leave the panel, we're going up. So that creates a gravity issue with electricity. I don't know how we're going to do it, Mike.
You don't know how we're going to do it yet?
It's going to be a challenge.
Christian is up for the challenge. We got it all the way back through here. We've already got the wires through. Boys got jokes. But you can see this is going to feed the steam tank elements. It'll power two 240 volt elements. And I'll be using 4,500 watt elements, so it'll be a total of 9,000 watts going to that steam tank system. So that's going to power the boiler. Now here's a clip of my old steam tanks. If you've never seen a mushroom steam tank, this is what one looks like. It's just an old horse trough that you pump some steam into and you fill it full of mushroom bags. And you cook those bags for 24 to 36 hours, but this is just a shot of my old garage and the steam tank in there. But look at that steam just coming out of the top of there. That's how they work. All right, everyone. So that was a little sneak peek into my construction that I've had going on here. And honestly, a nice little overview of a mushroom boiler / steamer circuit. So if you've never seen how one of those circuits was set up or had anyone explain it to you, hopefully you learned something from that. And if you like this video and you haven't subscribed already, make sure you click that subscribe button right now. And otherwise, guys, until next time, see ya.